Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Park Ji-sung to review. Guys, with this card, we're taking a look at someone who has 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot, high work rates, while being a player who is 5'10" with an average body type. Now, when you look at this card initially, you think a few things here and there. Okay, cool beans. No. This card has defensive stats, okay? So the fact that he has defensive stats makes him a versatile beast to work with. On Gyu's account, he was very smart because you know what he did? He did the bronze pack method like crazy in the beginning of the game, worked up to like 118k, bought the card for 118k, boom, he costs that much money now, right? So very smart of Gyu to do that because it does make sense. For the meta of FIFA, right? Let's say, for instance, I have a right mid, I have a cam, 2 strikers, right? Boom, I have my 4 attackers, right? This card can be one of the midfielders while I actually put a medium-high work-rated player in the middle, or like a high depending on the playstyle that you want to go with. Because guys, the fact that he's high work-rated with a 4-star weak foot while giving you defensive stats, this card on a shadow chemistry style is pretty nice, right? He's got great pace at a 94 acceleration, 92 for sprint speed. Shadow chemistry style will be boosting his defense to be in the low 80s, mid 80s, high 80s area, which is fantastic because guys, he shoots the ball well for a midfielder. He has great passing capabilities for the beginning of the game. The dribbling on the card is in the mid 80s area for this game is perfectly fine, right? And then he also has some physical capabilities too, right? So he just has a lot of things to work with for a card that is very versatile. You know, I'm thinking different ways of using a card like this. Let's say, for instance, I'm playing, you know, a 4-4-2, a 3-5-2, a 4-1-2-2, playing in the center mid area, playing left mid, right mid, depending on the situation. Because for me personally, I really like strong foot on the strong side this year for those power shots across goal. They work out really nicely. So the fact that he's right-footed and can switch to the right mid position is really dope, okay? Really dope. So with this card in-game, guys, we will be using him in multiple positions. I was reviewing other cards as well, so I might as well have used him a bunch. I played a lot of games with him, so I'll show you guys how he performed in-game. Hopefully, he was a beast. Park Ji-sung blocking that area was great.
Super tackle and they've won possession. Ziyech.
Look at the beast.
Gabriel Jesus.
Nice.
The goalkeeper's ball.
Park Ji-sung doing really well for me.
Intercepting it intelligently.
Park Ji-sung again, nice.
Malacia. Now with Rashford. Anthony. And maybe Rashford. And now
Well done, boys. On delay.
It is a majestic goal.
Need those movimentos.
No luck keeping possession. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Wonderful chance.
Let's go. That actually worked out. Good stuff. Nice little finish there with Anthony.
Really getting stuck in.
Well done, Park.
Park. Another perfect position to read it.
Nice.
On to Walker. Rashford. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Park.
Oh, more power, Park. You gotta put the venom behind him, IG.
Has been excellent, and they just haven't stopped working. It's been a fantastic performance up to now.
Gorgeous pass from Rashford.
Oh, that would have been so good, man. Oh.
The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. Well, that's how to take a free kick.
Over the bar.
No. Oh, great.
I tried that new free kick.
Corner kick, the referee's verdict.
No. Oh, come on, man.
Should score.
Javier Mascherano. Back with Park. Park!
What a build-up. What a build-up.
Technical excellence. Team Sterling. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Wasteful again in possession.
Well done.
Field, and up front, Gabriel Jesus plays alongside Marcus Rashford.
Park.
In tight areas, he wriggles out of situations, he can find that penetrative pass, and he's such a good player when he gets the ball out of his feet and gets shots away. He could be the outstanding player today.
Oh, Park, what was that?
The ball with Luka Modric.
Park Ji-sung AI.
Park. He's trying to create something.
Well done. Good job, boys. That fake shot is really, really effective. That's amazing.
And Bernardo Silva has it.
Penalty, nice.
Can they get them
Small little intricate touches there from Bernardo. That was good.
this to make it 1-0. And the
Nicely done, Park.
set is coolly. Anthony. And on to Park. The pass could do damage.
Oh, that pass, man.
Renan Lodi. Bad pass.
Park Ji-sung. One of those where we messed up the recording again. But yeah, we got another highlights to show off here with Park Ji-sung getting involved in the attack. That one was actually a really well-weighted pass, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I noticed a lot of, like, having decent passing stats in the game this year is absolutely fantastic. It really is. I think it makes an absolutely massive difference. Dude, you can go for driven passes. You can go for, you know, regular through balls. It's just very important to work with. A situation like that, you can actually see me using him on the engine chemistry style because that's what we initially had on the card. And then I tried him out with the engine and the shadow because the shadow makes a lot of sense for the push forward comeback because of the work rates that he has, the fact that he can also offer those defensive stats. It's great. My opponent over here tries to use manual goalkeeping, so it's just an easy shot to the near post angle. You could see that I was using the 4-1-2-2 at that point, trying him out in that position. I think that he was really cool to use, man. Like, I think being able to use him in versatile ways where I can use him as a CDM, as the balance oriented player, using him as like a left mid, right mid in a 3-back formation. There's just so many different ways that you can utilize a card like this in your team, which is always super beneficial to use. By the way, is this new penalty system, I actually don't mind it whatsoever. It's actually fantastic to work with. It's actually like pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, so we have another situation here from the corner kick where, you know, he actually saves my life from the near post, just standing there, using manual goalkeeping on the corner kicks. Not too crazy unless you have very, very good goalkeepers. I've noticed that on a few occasions when I actually pushed out my goalkeeper, it wasn't super ideal. You can see a situation like this again with him pushing into the right center mid position. He actually gets into a fantastic area for me to be able to cross the ball off to him. I try to go for a first time strike, it didn't work out, but then we get the deflection afterwards, and then we ended up getting the ball. So some good stuff there. But yeah, so over here you can see some defensive capabilities here of him winning the ball in the air. When it comes to heading, guys, and you're doing passes from heading, they're not like super consistent, right? When it comes to actually being able to consistently hit them towards an actual person. I feel like heading accuracy, I usually, when I do reviews, I always check it out for the shooting, but I never really check it out for the passing. Like, I have to really see if that's going to be the case with the cards this year, because honestly, like, heading accuracy from passes are super weird. So you can see right there that this is another good example of having like a really well-weighted pass where I can make the pass to the attacker and then I'm good for a through ball, right? So 4-1-2-2 is very good for you to be able to utilize a card like this. What I noticed a lot with this card is that when I gave him that shadow chemistry style, his transition speed left and right, his sprinting to chase after people in a defensive position became significantly better. Now, as a midfielder, you obviously notice that little bit of a physical side to him, right? I think that Renato Sanchez feels more physical than this card does. So it's actually a plus because Ronaldo Sanchez is good. He offers a lot of things in the team as well. But being a little bit more agile, like a tiny bit more, not like a huge amount, is hugely beneficial, right? Over here, you can see that we have to work a lot of extra passing angles to kind of guarantee a consistency for the goal that we ended up scoring, which worked out great. But that was, you know, a big part in him committing on the attack in that right center mid position. You noticed it a lot this year that if you're using a formation like a 4-2-3-1 and you have that one CDM on balance, it's just really, really nice to work with. I'm telling you, like having players that have the high to push forward, come back, have the weak foot, but have like good shooting stats, it's hugely beneficial. Like I've been using Ronaldo Sanchez, like the only main thing that you notice is the lack of finishing on the card, right? Because the finishing is low, to be fair. But yeah, no, he was really good. Like over here, my opponent actually stops playing. I have to utilize a skill move to try to score my opportunity. We don't end up scoring that one because when you first initially play this game, you have to get used to the shooting power that you put because sometimes you just put too much, you know? Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Park Ji-sung card. He's really solid. I like this card a lot. He's very, very, very solid. Giyu did a fantastic job of getting him for like 100 and something K, honestly, because 300K is definitely expensive for him. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's not expensive for him, but if you end up getting this bad boy and you can play in those ways, it's pretty sick. There's so many different ways that you could play with this card. I do feel like the main position, because I also was trying him out in that 4-2-3-1. I showed you guys in the video of him being the balance-oriented CDM. He definitely plays that area really nicely. But for me personally, and some cards feel this way, right? For me personally, I prefer to have the rare gold Ronaldo Sanchez in that CDM position. But you guys know Ronaldo Sanchez is a different breed, right? However, with a card like Park Ji-sung playing in the center mid area, being a guy that can attack really well for me and being a guy that can defend really well for me, center mid, left mid in a 3-back formation, left mid, right mid in a 4-4-2, those are super ideal positions for him because, guys, when we use these types of cards in those positions, we always tell those positions to come back in defense, right? Constantly. So the fact that he has 95 stamina while being able to do this the entire game at a high work rate is insane. But then also, he gets the 3. He gets the 3 chemistry links. It's not hard to link this bad boy whatsoever, especially for the Premier League stuff, right? So, I mean, there is no comparison to be made with this card, right? Other than the fact that I'm looking at like an actual center mid, an actual CDM, right? Other than the fact that I'm looking at that, you can't compare him to anybody, right? Like I can go to the left mids from the Premier League. Let me see here. So left mid Premier Leagues. And if I go to defense, right, there's nobody else, right? The only way that they're going to make cards similar to Heung-min Son is if they make an Ivan Perisic card and a Cucurella card. I don't even think Renan Lodi. Renan Lodi's not that type of guy. Maybe Ashley Young if they go like flashback, like super far back, you know what I'm saying? Like cool, but Cucurella I feel like is the only other card that could potentially kind of be that guy because he has the high work rates. Maybe for a new promo they give him like the weak foot or something. But guys, to be able to put this card in the side positions, okay, is a massive deal. Because look, this is me only looking at the left mid position, but you can see that players are sometimes in different positions too. If I go to the right side of positions, it's the same situation, right? I go to defense, he's the guy up top, right? You also have Dirk Kuyt, but Dirk Kuyt is a little bit different because he's 72 for defense instead of 78, right? And this is for a card that's released later on in the game, not even in the beginning, right? So it's just food for thought, right? Like they would have to make new promo, like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, like he was playing right mid for Chelsea a little bit for a 3-back formation. Maybe they would do a card like that, you know, but they would have to give him like a weak foot, a skill move, maybe, you know, never know. That's a possibility though, right? Because he does play in that position in real life for Chelsea, like from time to time in that 3-back. Maybe not anymore since Potter is the new manager, but you guys get what I'm saying. So if your intention is to have a player that plays in that position, that gives you solid links, that can attack and defend, Park Ji-sung is your guy. I really enjoyed using him in the team. I thought he was great. Definitely a card that is versatile that you can use in many different ways, which is always fantastic to have in FIFA. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.